How are we doing today? Dave Ralston here, working the forearm of Joe. Technically, Joe is a bodybuilder, has a tight arm. He's been doing a lot of lifting. These external muscles right here seem to be very, very tight, and they're actually killing my thumb. So I'm wondering if there's another way I could put this into application. I got it. I'm going to actually just use this kind of a pushing tool. I'm going to try to externally and internally turn the arm while I'm using it. And by doing this, I can actually work these forearm muscles pretty well. But if you notice, I'm using a lot of muscle to do this. So I'm going to actually break out a gadget we call the Broomstick. I'm going to allow that device to come in there with a little bit of pressure. And I'm going to implement this gadget. Is that too much pressure?
Yeah.
And this device being a 25-pound tool, as I just hook it right here and allow the majority of the weight as I tip it just a little, I'm going to allow a little bit more weight to be on him than on me. And I just ride through that lovable extensor muscle. Almost basically where a lot of people would have what we would call tennis elbow from a lateral epicondyle position. And allow this weight to glide on up to the bicep, kind of the outside of the bicep, and then on up to the anterior delt. And yes, we need a little more oil. So I'm going to drop some more oil in there and expose this lovable area and give it a little bit of oil first. And we're going to break this gadget back out. And we're going to actually use that. Is that too much?
No.
We're going to allow this gadget to get right in there and kind of flatten this avenue out. Now remember, this is a lot of pain for Joe. Joe's in immense pain right now. So what can Joe do? Joe can wiggle, rotate. Joe can breathe, allowing that chest to go up. He doesn't have to hold all that pain inside of his arm and tighten up. Obviously, whenever you're using tools, it's a good idea to keep a lighter pressure on until you know your client, know what they're able to tolerate. If you see the body starting to contour or basically go into a spastic state, you probably got too much pressure on. So once again, could we use this device like this? Sure we could. Now this is the full brunt of the 25 pounds, using it more of a point. Notice I'm trying to keep a very firm pressure where that point goes, because that's a lot of weight, and I definitely don't want to go too far. All right, so obviously we will make it a point to glide up the bicep. And then we will make it a point to use the external. This one I'll stand for. Or should we say the extensors, as we just glide right through that area. It's a heavy little bar, but it's doing the majority of the work. Now we're going to obviously implement and use this for the pec work. We're going to put this device right in here like this. I'm going to cover to make sure the thing, if it slips off, it doesn't go forward, it goes into my hand. So as I rest it right on my leg, I put that right there into the bicep, and I allow it to sink in. If I want, I could even just drop it right into my hip and just press it just like that. How's that feel?
It's good.
Now you can obviously bring this up and then bring it out. If that feels acceptable, we'll keep the tension right into the proper area. Very good. And then the last thing we're going to do, we're going to swing down just a little bit, and we're going to put it right into the lat. So that's almost just like the armpit. And we're going to just move that up with as much range and rotation as we can, and kind of a nice even pull. Nothing too fast, just a nice even stroke. Thank you.